Ready? And good morning. Welcome to Tadpole for a Saturday morning. Beautiful day. Crowded here at the bakery. There's still a few rolls, I think, left, but it was busy earlier here, and we invite you to come on down and enjoy a roll and a good drink here at the Third Street Bakery. They make it possible for us to do this every Saturday morning, talk with athletes and coaches and co-hosts and tennis coaches and all that. And we're going to have a drawing this morning. Donna Jarvis is with us. The Phillipsburg Tennis Club is been very successful in getting money raised to send the team, send people, I guess, other schools, and also to Cincinnati. We're going to be talking with J.B. Covington, who'll be talking about track, and then Lance Bunny is going to stop by to talk about K-18 baseball, and maybe throw in a grant for the community, throw in a plug for the Community Development Rod Grant. That's all coming up here, and I'd like to thank the sponsors for coming in. Rachel Miller is our guest host this morning. Good host.
Good morning.
Thank you. How are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm here.
Are the children all settled over there and everything?
I think so. It looks like Trey Thompson bailed me out and got a new water for him, so
okay.
They'll be okay.
All right, fine. Thank you. Donna Jarvis with us for a reason this morning, and we're going to have a drawing. Now, before we have the drawing, we'll keep people in suspense.
Okay.
What is the drawing for?
Okay, the girls have been selling raffle tickets for a quarter beef and a real nice handmade baby quilt that Lizzie Gordon, she's on our team, her grandma made for us, and a panther blanket.
Okay.
So that's 3 prizes.
All right, so 3 prizes, and now why is the drawing being held?
Okay, the Phillipsburg Tennis Club is sponsoring a trip to Cincinnati in August to watch a professional tennis tournament. So the girls have been trying to raise a little money to help with their expenses.
And of course, this is right before they have the U.S. Open there.
Yeah, we expect all the top 20 players in the world to be there. So they'll get to see all the biggest names in tennis play.
You know, I had a chance to go back there and also to New York and enjoy New York. And that was a little bit of a hassle getting around, and getting tickets is a hard thing, isn't it?
Well, when you first got in, you're on the list, but if you don't buy them every year, you get off the list.
Okay.
And it gets kind of hard, and then it's a lot more expensive to get back there, and school's already going. And this trip will be right before school starts, so the kids don't have to miss school. They get to miss the first 2 days of practice, but they don't have to miss school.
Did he ever let you on into the courts there at Cincinnati to get out and practice a little bit?
Well, they're not open. No, they're full. There's a lot of practice courts where you can go watch some of
That's great.
guys practice.
And that's what's fun. I mentioned my son and grandson. I went back, and you're right on the elevator with the Williams sisters, or maybe they stayed at the same hotel.
Venus was in the same hotel.
Yeah,
yes.
Venus. Yeah, she was in the
John Isner.
You talk to them.
The Bryan
and
brothers.
They'll talk to you. But they're concentrating on going.
Right, they're there for a reason. That's their business and job.
Are you a tennis fan?
Yeah, I was gonna make plans to attend the trip with them actually. Prior
There's a reason that changed.
Yep.
She always goes and foils stuff like that.
Well, you have something else on the.
There'll probably be a little something more.
Okay, do you mind when is the date? But then we'll get back. When's
May 29th. We got about 4 weeks. Yep.
Wow, 4 weeks.
3 weeks, whatever it is.
And it's girl.
What's going to be Tad? You're right.
Okay.
But his sense has
Really?
transitioned to a boy. Yep. The last
It changes?
it did. The last sonogram they were proven wrong, and with their initial report of a girl, so it's a boy. Yep.
Well,
So, 3
okay.
boys.
Why don't you look? Yeah, 3 boys.
Yep.
You mean that they couldn't? Well, I won't get into.
Get there.
Yeah, it was her first miss. So,
Okay,
you know,
really? Yeah,
only
that's
the
amazing.
lucky people that happens to.
All right,
so.
well, congratulations. We'll talk more about that. All right. So what all do you do in Cincinnati besides seeing a lot of great tennis?
Well, we are going to the Kings Island amusement park for a day, and they have a lot of fun there. It's known for its world-class roller coasters.
Wow.
And then we're also going to a dinner theater to see Annie one night, too. So we keep pretty busy and do some things besides tennis, but it will be 2 full days of tennis at the tennis tournament.
And, you're there, then you get on the bus and come back, right?
Right. We leave in the night, so we spend one night on the bus, so when we get there, we hit the ground running and don't waste any time. And then when we leave the tournament on Tuesday evening, we'll get on the bus and head home. So, and then the girls got to get home because they start school the next day.
Wow. And that, yeah, that's much like the trip that the kids take in the spring, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. I never
No.
had trouble
Well, this
with
is half the distance too of that one. So.
Okay, so, all right, so the drawing is for what do you want to draw? You want to draw the first one out and we'll hold that and I'll tell it, and that way everyone has a chance to get it.
Okay,
That's
well-
the way we always do it at the,
Okay,
at
well,
the
let's-
rodeo. That
let's
way,
keep it.
we don't tell anyone who
I
wins
brought
that.
Mariah Nelson with me, so she could be the unbiased drawer here, and I won't let her see. And we're also like a lot of people bought multiple tickets, so we're gonna we're gonna pull the one out for the beef, but then if that name gets drawn again, we'll draw another one. So
Okay.
3 different people can win.
Sure.
Okay. So
Okay.
this one's for the quarter of beef.
All right.
Do you have a drum roll, Tad?
What's
Do you
that?
have a drum roll?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna wait on
yeah,
this one,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
see on that one.
Okay, and then the
Did you see who that was?
I
they
did
don't draw
see who
out
it
yet?
was,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, okay.
And then we have not quilted, but a crochet baby blanket that's handmade and it's really nice and beautiful. So this is for the baby blanket. Okay, the baby blanket goes to Holly Dinkle.
Okay, Holly. All right.
Okay.
All righty.
And then we're having a panther blanket that, like one of the tied kind of quilt things. So this is for the panther quilt. And the panther quilt goes to Deanna Culbertson.
Okay, and this is
Okay,
Drum-
and drum roll for the quarter of beef goes to Kara Hilburn.
all right. Okay.
I'll get a hold of everybody and give you the specifics about that. And thank everybody for participating. And it helped the girls out so they could pay a little bit of their expenses.
How many girls do you have going, Donna?
There's 13 from our team, and we have girls from the Trigo team and Greeley County, and several parents from there going also. So
So pretty
it's
much a full bus.
Yeah, it'll be a 40 people
Yeah,
going,
good,
so
good.
full bus.
That's a great trip.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make it so I could go again. Who's your favorite tennis player?
Probably Serena.
Okay. Are you looking forward to going
Yeah,
back?
I'm excited. This is the farthest trip I've ever gone on. So,
Really?
Yeah, I'm
You'll
excited.
get across the Mississippi, and you'll get a
Right.
chance to go to and ride the roller coaster. When I was there, I did not ride the roller coasters.
No.
I chicken out now. My son and grandson, they love them, you know. But you can't get me on a roller coaster anymore. I used to go, and that first thing, I do not like the first dip. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's a great trip. And Annie's a great musical to see, and the food's good. And you can go to a mall and do some
Yeah,
shopping. That's
when
a-
we first get there, we'll go to the outlet mall and let them run around and loosen their legs up after the trip, you know, and have some fun that way.
Well, have a great time, and you'll come back and you're tennis. Do you have regional? Do you get regional this year again?
No, I heard that they asked Waukene, so I
Okay,
think
you
it's
go
going to
back-
be
you
there.
Kind of go back.
Yeah, I hope they do. I hope we get it again because that was a special event for
Sure
Phillipsburg to
was.
have. And but hey, I will point out we are getting ready to take registrations for the junior tennis camp, Phillipsburg Tennis Club Junior Camp, which is on June 4th through 8th, and there'll be registration forms at the schools, and it's for boys and girls starting age 5 up to 8th grade. So it's great. It's a fun activity. We have snacks and drawings and lots of fun, and the girls on the team help, and
That's great.
it's a good
Get the kids
it's a good
interested in
day,
this.
a good week of tennis.
It's fun. It's been windy. It's kind of bad, but I like going by there in the courts and see not only students but the older people out there playing tennis. So it's really great. Then.
Yeah.
And good opportunity. And again, have a great trip.
Thank you.
And
We will.
wake her up if you go across the Mississippi, you know, so she can
Yeah,
go
that
to
might
watch
be
it-
in the
do it
middle of the
twice.
night.
I know. Watch it twice. You will be both ways probably. What time do
Yeah.
you leave?
We're not leaving till like 9 o'clock at night.
That's what we did that time
Yeah.
too. So you might get there early morning. You can see
Yeah.
the Mississippi. All right. What class are you in?
I'm a junior right now, and I'll be a senior
You'll
next
be
year.
a senior. All
Yes.
right. Okay, very good. Well, Singles or doubles?
Hopefully doubles. I like
You like
doubles more
doubles?
than I like singles, yeah.
Okay.
But I can flip flop. So
I always like singles because doubles, you always miss it. You always feel bad for your teammate. But
Exactly.
that's how it goes. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
You like to play up the net or you play the baseline?
baseline.
Okay, all right. Very
More
good.
movement.
Well, like I say, you'll see a lot of famous tennis players. I guarantee that eating breakfast with you and in the hallways and everything.
I think that's the part I'm most excited for.
You have a good time. Thank you.
Thanks a
Donna.
lot for having us on.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks.
And congratulations to the winners. Okay. Anything else for Donna?
Well, I think I was just going to ask her. You missed Rafa last time, right? Or was he there
Oh,
last
Rafa
time?
was injured.
Is he going
Rafa
to be there this year?
is healthy and playing well right now. I hope I don't jinx him, but that's my highlight.
Right. I knew that. I knew that. Well, hopefully he'll be pretty darn close for you.
Yeah.
And the reason why this is a tune-up for the national, and I mean for
Right. It's the main tournament before the U.S. Open. So everybody's there getting their last hardcore warm up to get ready. So.
Like I say, you can go watch them practice, and it's
Yeah,
other
yeah.
types of sports.
Except for the center court, you can be within 3 feet of them on their sidelines. I mean, you can talk to them if you could, but they're pretty focused. So.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty good. Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. All right, we're going to talk with J.B. Cunningham in a little bit here about track. A reminder that the Sports Talk brought to you every Saturday morning at this time of the First National Bank and Trust, proudly supporting Panther Athletics. From our sales floor to your delivery door, come see Jim and Terry at Olive Bowlby Furniture and Appliance, where they provide gracious living for less. Professional Family Eye Care, see Dr. Jimmer for all of your eye care needs. Coombs Trucking, you call, we haul. Wyman Firestone, Tire Sales and Service. Back in the youth of Phillips County and Biggs Insurance for all of your auto, home, business, and farm insurance needs. And so, change from
Yep.
girl to boy.
Yeah, we went at about 30 weeks for 40, and that's what we came out with. So
And I know maybe you were kind of looking forward to a girl, but whatever. You know.
yeah, I mean, Cody and I just wanted a healthy baby. I know Cooper had his hopes on a baby sister, but
And that's amazing.
So it
I didn't
beats,
know
yep.
they ever missed that. So,
Yep.
Okay. I asked the doctor one time, "What do you look for?" And he told me. So
Yep,
okay,
yeah,
so that's,
yeah.
And
It was
again,
pretty
we
clear.
won't go into-
Clear evidence.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
easy.
gonna be a boy.
Okay. All right. Good morning, JB.
Good morning.
All right. You brought a couple with you, then what are we talking about? The Russell Relays and the Cater Community Invitational. How'd things go?
Oh, we competed well all week. We went to Oberlin on Tuesday, had a fantastic day over there as far as weather, and then yesterday was even nicer than Tuesday. So we got 2 great days in, and had a lot of kids step up and really compete well, and set a bunch of PRs yesterday.
That's my
So-
question. You got any more PRs? Is this where you like the PRs that come in this close to state and regional state, right?
Yeah, this time of year, I think we find that one of 2 things happens. Kids, kind of the cream rises to the top. So kids got one of 2 ways of going right now. They either step up to the challenge with good, tough competition, which we had a lot of kids do that yesterday, or they duck away from competition and go kind of end up hiding. So we'll challenge a few kids to step it up a little bit more this week, and should be in good shape. We were looking just a little bit ago statewide. We got a lot of kids in the top 3 or 4 now statewide, so in 3A. So we had a great week for us.
Anything particular? Let's look at Decatur first. Anything I know you see Braden Jr. We got a second in the 100 meters and 2 and 3 in the women's results. Good times and everything with those PRs, you know.
They weren't as good at times as yesterday, and that was kind of unusual because Decatur was hand timed, which is a little bit faster than FAT normally. But man, yesterday we just smoked some time, and I don't know really what the difference was, other than the competition level was extremely tough yesterday, and I felt like we had some kids step up, but like our sprinters over at Oberlin, you mentioned Braden went number 2 in 100 meters. Alexi Beach, Ava Skimper went 2 and 3 in 100, and then Alexi won the 200. we ran Ava for the first time in the 400 over there, and she finished second. So she really had a nice day over there. Looking through, Jack Pockbear had a good day at Oberlin. He went 52.11 at Oberlin. Then yesterday he went underneath 52 for the first time ever. So, I thought our kids really competed well over there. 1,600 meters at Oberlin. Abby Hoover went 2. Ashley Kennedy went 3. And then Abby won the 3,200 meters. And Abby Hoover won the 3,200 meters. Abby Roth finished 3rd. So those girls ran well.
It was a good day. What was Tuesday like? Was it windy?
No, it was nice. It was
Nice
perfect.
Tuesday,
Yeah,
okay.
very little wind and about 75, 80 degrees over there. We watched storms blow up east of us.
Yeah.
We could see them from that side, but
I was on the way back to Hayes, coming back from Hayes. We were just ahead of it. We went through Plainville. It hit Plainville and Stockton, but we could see it really was building up east there.
yeah.
That's what canceled our middle school meet at Plainville.
Really?
Was that
That's what I
storm
heard.
that you were just ahead of? So,
Yeah.
yep. But
Any,
I think I guess to kind of lead into yesterday, you talk about the competition. A lot of those teams were teams you're going to see at regionals, and I know you had previously seen a lot of those teams at Beloit. And so, were you proud of how they maybe managed to compete a little bit better yesterday in comparison to Beloit?
Yeah, absolutely. We felt like, we needed to run good times to set some marks for regional, and we were able to do that. But more importantly for us was there were some athletes that we were up against that we needed to beat, and we did that time and time again yesterday. On Tuesday we held some of our athletes out, the ones that have been nagged by injuries. We gave them a 4-day weekend, so we gave them off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in hopes of some recovery. Trey's one of those, and then yesterday some of our people really responded well.
That really helped that 4
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, I think Trey will talk about that yesterday. He came out and he long jumped 22 feet, which is leading 3A now.
In the state?
Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, he had a really good day and triple jumped well again. So
Is that a PR for him?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just had
You
to
get a
be
candy
sick.
bar?
Yeah. What?
You get a candy bar?
Oh, not yet, but I better get one.
That's a great incentive, It's not that big, but it's an incentive, Hey, I've got this.
it's just a little something, and something we picked up on several years ago, and I think our middle school is doing that now too, and it's something the kids look forward to and challenge themselves over a 50-cent candy bar.
I don't think I would eat that. I think I'd put it in the drawer and 20 years down the road, you can look at that candy bar.
Some of these guys do some bartering and trading and cash flow and all that.
Looking at Russell, you have Beloit, Scott, Hoisington, TMP, Minneapolis, there's a lot of schools that you're going to be seeing in there. So.
Yeah, regional schools that were at Beloit or at Russell yesterday. Beloit, Scott City, as you mentioned, Hoisington, TMP, got a really nice squad. Minneapolis, and then Russell's a 4A. So it was a good challenge for us, a great meet for us.
Okay, what were some of the PRs? And we'll talk with Trey.
I mentioned Trey in the long was a big PR. I'm just going to go through the results here quickly. Alexi Beach smoked 100-meter time. She came out, really ran more relaxed, and she's been battling some injuries here and there, but she ran 12.65, which was a PR for her. Our 4x4 boys, we had an injury that occurred. Jake Sisson injured himself in the pole vault, so we had to substitute Blaine Russell in, and we ran him on the 4th leg. We went kind of changed up order. We went Pockbear as the lead off, and then Gross 2nd leg, and Trey Sides 3rd leg, and then just got Blaine right up to the front. They ran a PR. I think they're ranked number 3 in state now. We ran a 3:33, so that was a tremendous time for us. The one that catches your eye there, Scott City ran 3:24, which they'll be pushing state record when it comes state time. So Chris Van Kooten had a tremendous day yesterday. He boys javelin, he stepped it up. He went 164.10. I think that puts him in the top 8 in 3A now. Kason Keaton was right up there in the 160s again. Alexi Beach won the 200 meters, and we were running against the Shoop girl from Minneapolis, which was one of our main focuses, was to beat her yesterday. And Alexi really came through there and ran well. 26:32, that's a PR for her. Lexi Wood popped a big triple. She went 33.6 and a half, so she's right up there in regional. Our 4x1 boys, Trey's part of that. We ran extremely well. Our old PR was 44.61 for the year. We ran 43.80 yesterday, so that one.
What's your state record?
42.5, 4.
So you're getting.
We're getting down there. The other one that catches your eye there, Scott, ran 43.18. So, I mean, they're going to be pushing our state record, you know. They got, I think Trey mentioned a little bit ago, they got one of their sprinters back from an injury, so they'll be tough to beat, but I think we'll be right there with them. Moving on. Looking through here. Trey had his long jump. Actually, Babcock continues to progress. Tough meet there. 2 Beloit girls ahead of her in the shot put, but she threw 35.6 3/4, so that was a nice throw for her. Don't want to miss anybody
There's
here.
a lot of stuff in there, yeah. Wow.
Chris hit a nice discus throw. Chris Van Kooten, 137.3, which puts him right up towards the front of the pack in the discus, and then at regional. He hit a nice shot put, 47.10. That was second place. So Chris had a tremendous day. And then this one was a fantastic PR. Braden Juneman's been around 11.5 and 100 meters. Yesterday against a very tough field, a returning state champion 2A, the Farber kid from Sacred Heart won the 100 meters, 10.96. Braden was right there with 11.08. So, I mean, he's right in the ballpark there too. So. We just had a tremendous day.
Okay, let's talk to Trey a little bit. In the long jump, that's your best. Did you know when you were down the runway and when you hit that board that you had a good jump? Or?
Well, I think you can always feel it when you pop a good one, and then you know when you stick your landing that it was a good one, and you can hear your coach clap or yes or something, and you get pretty jacked up and just go back to see what it is. But I didn't think it was going to be anything near 22. So,
do you know when you hit the board that whether or not you? I mean, you know it was a good jump. I mean, or do you?
Yeah, most of the time I can feel off of like if I have any pop on it or if I have any height or anything. But sometimes you can feel it when you scratch too. So it's just it's weird that you get so many reps in it that it eventually starts to become just like the normal, and you can feel it when it's a good one, bad one.
And how are your other jumps yesterday? This is a lot of times you see one great jump, the other ones maybe you have a.
Yeah, well, my 2 jumps before this one, I was in the 21s, so
Okay.
I was up there, just not quite 22. And then I also jumped triple jump, and I came in 4th with that. Not my best day. I jumped a 41.10, I think. And I think my PR is up in the 42, so not my best day, but I was looking to pop one, but couldn't happen.
Which do you like better? I say that after you just are leading the state in long jump, but prior to yesterday.
I like triple jump a lot better.
Really?
It's a lot more
Harder.
technique
To me, it's harder.
involved,
Technique
but it's really hard on your body and hard on your joints. Like you said, I didn't go to the Oberlin track meet because my joints couldn't take it for this Friday track meet. So triple jump really is hard on you, but I love that you start, 38 feet away from the pit, and then you have to get to it. So I just really like that.
Did you have any prelims in either one of those, or was it just 4?
Both jumps was 3 prelims, 3 finals.
Okay.
And since I have all these joint problems, I ended up just scratching all my final jumps
Okay.
in long
Wow.
jump. I didn't.
Well, you can do it. Yeah.
Which jump did you hit your good
My
one on?
3rd one.
On your prelims.
Yep.
Right? Of course, that carries over, which is a good thing,
Yeah, so he going into the finals, he's sitting there at the back, and he can watch and see if nobody beats him, then he can.
Then he can come in and do
yeah,
it. Okay.
yeah.
all
If he
right.
wants to come back in, then he can come back in.
Okay, so it's not each time you scratch, right? Or
Yeah.
what was your competition from mainly in the long jump?
Well, we got good competition from like Hoisington, and I know Beloit has a couple guys who can really hit one. But other than that, it's just kind of drops off. But I still have a couple guys that are up there. I mean, at this point in the year, anybody can just pop a big one like I did. I PR'd by about 10 inches. So
Really?
at this
Isn't that
point,
amazing how that happened.
at this point, it's just like you can't be too sure going into this regionals because anything can happen. Anybody can pop one.
That's exactly right. We tell them all the time, jumpers and throwers, it only takes one.
Yep,
So,
that's right. That's right. Looking ahead to league, what have you seen all the schools in your league prior to, and kind of know what your competition is there?
Yeah, we've pretty much seen everybody. It's nothing new because a lot of times our league is at every single meet we go to, so it's the same competition. And I mean, I know them, they know me. It's just who's going to go out and break one that day because it's just whoever can get everything perfect on one jump.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's so many variables that go into it.
What do you mark where you start your jump from?
Yep.
On the long jump?
I do.
Okay, and what do you use to mark it?
A tape measure, and then I have my own certain little tape mark. It's a T with 2 little notches underneath. I started that in junior high. So.
Going back a few years, there was a meet at Garden City or something, and this goes way back, but everyone used rocks then. And some fellow was on the field, and he said, "What are all these rocks doing here?" So before they jumped, the guy went and picked up all the rocks. And so, because you start just how important is it to start right where that is?
Oh, insanely important because I mean, you can like yesterday I had at least a 43 jump in triple jump, but I scratched by about half an inch. So I mean, it could have been my start was different, or just there's a hiccup in my stride that I just
How many
strided
step
out.
approach are you using?
7.
7-step approach. So
Seven
they've got
seven
is that,
step.
is that what most people?
I pretty much can't go any further back. I'm already all the way back to the other pit of the stands.
So by 7-step, he's counting 1 foot.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
He's counting
every left.
Okay, well, it's is that the two things? Are you running? Do you run any relays or anything?
I'm also very fortunate to be a part of a really good 4x1, the 4x100 meter relay.
Which leg do you run?
I run the 4th leg.
Oh, you're the anchor on the.
Yes, I am the
4x1, huh?
anchor.
Wow.
He's the hammer.
Pretty nerve wracking, I tell you
What
what.
was it like going against Scott there yesterday? We were neck and neck with him.
Oh man, well he got the handoff ahead of me by about 3 meters, and so for the first 50 meters I was catching him, barely getting up there. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a close race. And then it's like he found his second gear right at the 50 meters and he took off, and I was like, I mean, I've never seen somebody. It looked like he just hit his top
Put
speed.
in the
Yes.
afterburner, like
Yeah.
they say, right?
So he beat me by about 5 meters. We weren't far off, but
Well, 5
they.
minutes, that's not much of a time, and how is that?
That
Tenth
comes
of a
down to
second?
handoffs a lot of times.
Yeah.
Well, we PR'd by 0.8 of a second, and they PR'd by over a second to beat us. So
Wow,
I
pretty
mean,
good,
they know we're coming for
That's
'em.
crazy this
They
time
know
of
we're
year.
coming.
It really is. Of course, getting a guy back probably made a big difference, with their time.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's great to be able to get out there, and what's it like when you wait for him to come around as the anchor? You're looking and see how you watch all the handoffs.
Well,
Or
I
can you
watched.
see the handoff. It's
I watched-
kind of hard to see.
Yeah, I
across
watched the start and the handoff, and then once it gets to Braden Juneman, he's our 3rd leg. I pretty much can't see because there's people inside of me.
Right.
And then so I get down in my position ready, and I just look back and wait, and it's pretty much a split-second thing because he comes around the corner, but I have people on either side of me, so I can't see him till he's pretty much just right at my mark, and then it's go time. So we just get out of there and take off.
Are you usually 3rd or 4th lane?
Yeah, we're usually like 3rd or 5th because the lanes go like fastest in 4th,
Right, yeah.
2nd is in 5th, 3rd, so stuff like that. So we're usually like 3rd or 5th, sometimes 4th if we're lucky. So
Have you ever been on lane 1?
no,
I just wonder, is that hard lane because of the curb and everything? Or
Yeah, it's a little
is it-
tighter angle.
It's a tighter
That's
angle
right.
coming around in it, yeah. You get out there. Well, anyway, anything else for Trey? Just looking forward to regional, I know, and so your name will be now number 1 in 3A. How did you check that right away? Did you know what it was when you heard what he had done? Did you
We
have
knew
to
it. We knew it was a big jump, but we were looking on mile split on the way home, and it wasn't posted yet. But then this morning it was posted. So, you know, we share that with them with the idea that, you know, we still got to do it that day of regional or that day of MCO, whatever. And they understand it. We don't want to put pressure on them, but they understand what it's all about.
Okay, well, tomorrow's a big day.
Yeah.
Are you really going to graduate?
It doesn't seem like I should it?
There were times we were wondering what.
Yeah.
But congratulations. What are you going to do next year, Trey?
I'm going to K-State for my business degree, and then I plan on heading to Washburn for my law degree.
Oh, you're going to be a lawyer.
Yep, that's the plan anyway.
Well,
I think that fits him quite well.
yeah,
I think
that's
he's
great.
got the right profession in mind.
Yeah, that's
He'll
great.
do a great
What-
job.
What made you want to be an
Well,
attorney?
as I'm sure my teachers here know, I like to talk, and I can
You like to arbitrate, maybe?
finagle a little bit, you know.
What kind of law?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Well, don't go to Washington and be an attorney back there, for God's sake. What a mess. That, you know, I don't.
Yeah.
Stormy
that-
Daniels might be looking for an attorney.
Okay.
No, we just got to get through state track first.
Okay, that's right. Regional and then state. Hope things go well. I hope
Yeah.
you're down the-
He competed at state last year.
Okay.
For us. He's been through it before.
Wasn't too happy with how it ended last year, so I'm just trying to get a little bit of redemption, and I think we can do that in not just one, but a couple events. So.
Does it bother the crowd or anything? That you even think about it?
I mean, I don't really think about it. You know, I'm just there to do the best I can and do what I can do for my team, and
Yeah.
hopefully I can pop a good one. But it doesn't matter what I jump that day. I mean, a 22 looks good on a piece of paper, but it's got to look good on the piece of paper on regionals and
Right,
state.
yeah,
So,
right, okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter in yesterday's meet. I just got to go get a good jump these next couple of weeks. Got to keep it going.
One question I got to ask is some people ask, the school's out.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do for the next 2 weeks? How do you
Well,
how do you get into? Do you have a job?
I wake up at about 6 o'clock every morning and go get a morning workout in. And then from about 8 until 2 o'clock, I go work. I work on a farm.
Okay.
So I go work on a farm, and then it's about a 30-minute drive back to town. So at 2, I drive back to town, change, and get ready for track and go to track, and then pretty much just relax after that because it's a long day.
That's for sure. Well, good. I'm glad that the things are going well, and congratulations on doing the walk-in and getting your diploma.
Thank you.
I was worried.
It was neat yesterday, Dad. He had his own cheering section there.
Yeah.
His whole family was back. So
Yeah.
when he walks across the stage tomorrow, I'm sure there's going to be a big roar.
Oh, I got even more coming. I got more coming. Thompson Clan's a big one. So.
How many weeks did they pack their bags? Is that what we need? We need all of them there, huh?
They're here.
They'll be here long enough,
They'll
right?
be here long enough.
Okay, that's great. It's great to have that support and,
Yeah.
and to be able to come in and pomp of the circumstance and I was worried, is my diploma going to be blank, you know? And I know back then if you didn't do everything, you would go through but you get there and there wasn't a diploma, you know, it was just a blank thing.
I'm just hoping my name gets called.
Anything else for Trey?
Nope, just good luck getting
Good luck.
back to state, and it's just an incredible venue, and it's your last
Last
chance.
hurrah. Thank you.
All
So
right, and get a couple of more of those candy bars. All right?
Yeah.
Do you eat them right away, or do you?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite? Do you have a
Oh,
choice?
I like the peanut M&Ms.
Okay.
Those are my favorite, and then they moved to the Kit Kat bars. So,
Okay.
that's just a pre-practice snack right there. And then, we always have to maybe run a little bit if somebody left some trash. So we might eat and then stay after to make sure all the trash is picked up.
When you have all those PRs, is that in the school budget? That you get those?
We do fundraising for
you do
that.
fundraising. I have a feeling that coaches have something to do with that. I don't know whether that's
And our businesses treat us well.
really okay. All right, yeah, very good. All right, good
Yes.
luck, Trey.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Next, we have Connor Roth. Connor's a junior distance runner for us, and he ended up having a really nice day again yesterday. He PR'd in both his
Yep.
Wow.
events, so
What, the 8 and the 16?
No, 16 and 32.
32? Okay, wow.
Yep.
Okay, what were your times?
My mile was 5:42,
Okay,
and my 2 mile was 12:25.
okay. All right.
So
What's
he's
your
getting there.
favorite- Yeah,
We're just working on consistency with him, and he's coming along nicely.
you're in cross country and then
Yep.
in the fall.
Yep, I'm a runner.
What made you start to run? How long have you been running, Ross?
8th grade I
Did you start?
started, yeah.
When was the first time you tried a 3,200? You know, what,
Freshman year. It was pretty, well, I think I started out at 16 something in freshman year, so I'm I'll try to get under 12 next year, so.
Was it the weather or the track? What was the key yesterday that made you
I think it was the weather.
like to bottle that up and
Yeah.
have that a couple more times?
Yeah.
I bet everybody would agree with that. And Russell's got a
Competition was
nice
good,
Yeah,
track.
competition was really
At
good.
our regional, Coach King mentioned that a lot of the top cross country teams that are our regional, so they're throwing in a whole lot of distance kids
Yep.
into the mix here. You probably know a lot of those
Yeah, I know.
athletes too.
so the 3,200. What do you think about when you're going around? Is it more fun running distance, the cross country, or where you just go around in
I like
circles?
running cross country. I don't like running in circles a lot.
You always make left turns all the
Yep.
time. Left turns all the time. Yeah. But cross country, you can kind of see.
Yeah, you can.
There's a raccoon, and there's this, that kind of thing, right? So,
Yeah.
Snake.
You ever see many snakes when you run?
Not really.
You don't see the snakes like you
No,
used to.
I kind of don't.
They don't usually send them
No.
to the woods. I think that'd be a good,
Yeah.
good test
Good
for 'em.
motivator.
That's right. Throw some logs out there.
Have you always run this? Oh, yeah, see, I just saw.
Yeah.
Did I ask you what's your favorite? Would you rather 16 or 32? What's your favorite?
I like the mile best.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 laps, not 8.
That makes sense. Amazing. He still calls it a mile, So you go back to
Yeah.
it is the mile, So
You're probably working, as you PR'd yesterday, you're probably working on losing some time and on certain laps. Are you really focused on kind of your interval speeds and things like that?
Yeah. Coach, he tells me to get at least 130 every split, so I try to do that.
Try to be consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what splits your fastest usually?
Probably 135.
Okay, and is that? Do you keep pretty much 135 each one? or-
Yeah. The second and third are a little iffy, and then
And the fourth
last
lap,
one,
that's when you can put a little,
yeah.
put a little on.
yeah. Once I hear that bell or whatever they do that for that last lap, I start to kick it in a little bit.
How important is it? I know the kick's important at the end there, but the coach always says, "Do you have anything left when you come across the finish line? You didn't run fast enough." Is that a true statement?
Yeah, it is. You don't want to have, you want the tank empty when you hit the finish line, but what we encourage the kids to do is stay up in the mix with the faster kids. The longer you stay up in the mix, the better chance you have of running a good time. So when they end up tailing off the faster kids, it seems like it's almost like throwing a boat anchor out. You slow yourself down. So those faster kids will kind of take you to the times you want to be at.
Okay. Well, is there any place you like to run? What cross country? Where's your favorite?
I like to run at Webster Lake because you can see, it's good. Yeah, scenery.
Yeah. And
You see the lake
yeah,
and
well, sure.
trees and yeah,
It's not like-
So you
just-
feel faster.
yeah.
They changed the route out here this year.
Yeah.
Is that different?
I liked
Were
it.
there more hills?
Yeah, there's a lot of terraces out in the where they put the horses at in the
Sure.
rodeo.
Yeah.
So them were pretty hard to go up,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of horse
Horsemanure,
Yeah.
run around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta run right. That's funny. I was just thinking that. I wonder if he had that problem. And of course, he put all the steers out there and
Yeah.
all that stuff too. And it's
Watch out for the landmine.
Oh, and in particular, are all tracks the same? Does it make any difference what the surface is? Probably not.
No.
Okay. Anything else for Ross? Or?
I'm assuming you're going to hit it hard this summer and keep working
Yep.
and hopefully.
I'm gonna try to run at least every morning, every night.
Wow.
How many miles to try to get in during summer?
Uh,
What's your goal this summer, you know?
I
I'll bet you'll have it in mind. here.
Yeah.
Yep.
don't know.
Yep.
Here pretty soon.
You keep track what your times? You time it, even when you're running every day, or do you just go out and run?
I go at least run about like 45 minutes, and then just add like 5 minutes to that every day.
Okay. Wow.
So-
Connor, talk about the technology you guys wear on your wrist to
Oh,
monitor
yeah.
what you're doing in practice.
When we run, on the top it says like 35 minutes or something, and then on the bottom we have to keep our pace at least at like 7:30 something every and then it just keeps your pace. You gotta look at it probably at least 10 times when you're running because you want to keep that pace.
Sure.
So
He's got a monitoring system that they can monitor themselves while they're out
Great.
working out, and then when they come back in, they sit down as a team
Look at
and
it.
go over the
That's
charts
amazing.
Yep.
and see what progress they've made for that day, or if they've slipped backwards a little bit, they can try to figure out why.
Can you wear that?
No, you can't.
During a meet? Or
No.
anything? You can't do that. I know that they're pretty. And
yeah, they're
come,
pretty strict about that.
You know, probably they'll change down the road. I have a feeling.
with,
Yep.
with the
Cases-
jewelry rules and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else.
Yeah, the jewelry thing.
Uniform
there,
rules,
so,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
so-
Yeah.
But I'm sure down the road that's going to come in because it used to be able to tape ball games and stuff. Now you can look at it at halftime, and that'll
Yeah.
change it. So time wise, any chance you maybe get down to Cessa Stadium?
I don't know.
I'm just looking at 3,200. Our regional's loaded.
Okay.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. Well, good luck,
Thank you.
and just keep running. And,
Yep.
And
Just
have you ever? Do you have any that you might want to run longer than 3,200 meters, like the marathon? Have you ever thought about the marathon?
I don't know.
Well, you have to wait to get to college to do
Yeah.
that. Okay, fine. Very good. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Ross. Okay,
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Anything else for JB? He has to be on the road here.
Yeah,
so-
well, I just wish him good weather the next couple meets, and I know he'll have some kids out there helping with our middle school MCEL track meets on Tuesday here at home, and it starts at 10 o'clock. So we appreciate all of his athletes out there helping, and
Hopefully we'll get a good day. I think we're supposed
yeah,
to
I
get a
think
pretty
so.
nice day.
Yeah.
It looks
pretty
pretty
good.
nice. I mean,
I have 10 teams, MCL teams.
yeah, yep.
Okay,
So-
they'll be here, and of course, yesterday had to be a perfect day. I mean, it seemed like it was a good day, just one of those days. And that happens after, and through the years, after you have a big storm has come through, the next day or the next day after that, the weather's usually just great, in the spring.
It's Kansas.
We'll just hope for nice weather when they make it to state, and hopefully
Yeah,
they've got some girls and boys representing Phillipsburg. Because I know personally, I've been down there many years, and I know he's been more than I have. That it can be pretty scorching hot down there. So,
Yeah, we've seen all ends of it, haven't we? We've seen rainstorms, hailstorms, tornadoes, heat.
Yeah.
I mean, you get it all down there.
And it's funny how that happens. So where are you guys staying this year? Are you staying still out north like you always
Yep,
did?
we're staying in the same place. And actually, we kicked around the idea. Wichita State offered their dorms, their new dorms, right on the south end of the stadium, to all the teams. And we actually kicked around the idea of possibly staying in those dorms. the problem with that is, and the reason we like it out north away from everything is you get away from the rat race, and the kids can relax a little bit more and just get things off their mind.
That's a great place.
It is. It works out well for us,
Yeah,
and we can be to the stadium in 8-10 minutes.
Okay, well, it's just, I talked to Sean Newton yesterday. I'm going to have him on the Sports Talk next Saturday morning because he was when I had all the college kids on, well, he was doing something football-wise out in the West. K-State was out there, so he's going to come on next Saturday morning on Sports Talk and talk about the college experience, and then, of course,
And he had a pro day with the Chiefs, I know. So
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that too. So,
Yeah.
What's it like coaching? You've been doing a long time coaching all these athletes and seeing them go on and be successful after they leave here. Of course, sports is part of it, isn't it? It's a competition or anything.
Yeah, it's
Really
encouraging to
rewarding
see.
to me, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's a rewarding feeling. Not so much to see the kids go on and be successful in athletics, but see them go on and develop as people, and that's what we're really all about. We had a great example yesterday. We had Brendan Runyon back, and Brendan served 6 tours, 4 in Iraq and 2 or 4 in Afghanistan, 2 in Iraq. He's the head martial arts trainer for the Marines at Quantico Bay.
Oh, wow.
So he came in for 25 minutes, and I wish we would have had him in front of the whole school for 3 or 4 hours. And he talked about, what he learned in high school and how to apply that to life, and it was an eye opener. I mean, it was a real eye opener for all of us adults sitting around. And we have successful students come out of our high school, and we're fortunate to have a lot of really, really good kids with good background, good families, and to see them develop as young people and go on mature and be good, productive citizens is encouraging.
Okay, well,
Hey, let's talk horse racing. I notice your husband's not here. Where's he at? Who's going to win that
No,
Derby today?
I
What's
wish.
this? What's this?
Kentucky Derby today.
Well, I did,
Dan.
hit, I did hit the Kentucky Oaks winner
Did you?
yesterday, so I don't know. It probably doesn't fare very well for today. Is that where you're headed?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've actually got a fundraiser for a friend of ours that has a daughter with breast cancer. So
Okay, all right. Well,
gotta get
good
over
luck.
Completely
that.
different, but yeah.
Come on, next week talk about league.
sure, if I can, I've got a guy lined up that I think I might be out of town, but I've got a guy.
Okay, good. All right, so we'll talk about league.
Sure.
Thanks a lot. Have a good trip. Okay, very good. So you coach, coach, how do you feel? You're talking about athletes you've had come through and go
Yeah,
on.
well, and I think too many times people don't realize, how all a coach impacts a young athlete, and a lot of it is with their sport, but a lot more of it's with the other.
Sure.
We spend a lot of time with them, and we've got great coaches at the school, and they're all great role models, and they practice what they preach, so to speak. And I think these
Sure.
kids learn from the best, and I think they're all good examples, and hopefully, like JB said, if nothing else, they're going to be great parents and great adults and good workers in our society. So
that's all part of extracurriculars. Learning is important,
Yep.
but learning to get along and taking. I think one big thing about is that you can't always be a winner, and you learn to take losses. I think that's a big thing. Does it teaches you to handle a loss.
And it's coaches in athletics, but it's also your KAY organization and your FCCLA, and that's why it's so important that the kids get involved and be a part of a lot of things.
Okay. Talk with Lance just a minute. A reminder, the Sports Talk also brought to you by all your friends at Farmers State Bank in Phillipsburg. Your interest begins the moment you enter the door. Interest in you. Remember FDIC, Mapes and Miller. It's not what you make, but what you keep. Mid-America Real Estate, of providing your best homes there for over 40 years. Blossoms and butterflies, making beautiful flowers a part of your life. Sign Solutions, your one-stop sign shop, so much more. Madison Motors in business for over 70 years. And Rogers Associates, your local trusted choice agency. Well, we have the mayor of Phillipsburg on this morning.
Hey, dude.
We're going to talk about baseball, though.
Yes.
And K-18, and then we might just put a little bit in about the CDBGs.
Put a little plug into the city.
Okay.
That's right.
How's I saw lights on Thursday night. Were you
Yes.
practicing
It
now?
was the first one, yeah. We
Okay.
had, I think 23 kids were there, and we had 4 at a concert. And we've got a kid coming in from Texas later on. So I think
Tech, oh, hey,
Yeah,
a little
so-
recruiting here.
No, he's just coming up for the summer. Unfortunately, in society, you have divorces and stuff. So, anyway, we should have, I think, 28, 29.
Okay, wow.
yeah.
So have you divided your teams?
No,
up?
no. We'll do that right before the rosters are due. So we're gonna, John and I, since we don't have any kids in the game,
Sure.
so we're gonna kind of based off talent,
Okay.
and then we got to take into consideration brothers and
You know,
and kids from the same town, as far as being able to share rides and stuff. So
are you gonna have an A and a B? I mean, maybe some of your better talent on one, or are you gonna try to make it even?
no, we'll probably have we will have a
Both
based on
teams-
talent.
Okay, both teams will be in the league though. and
Yeah,
playing?
from last time John and I talked, we had the option of playing in the same league, and then we could go out to Hoisington, Russell, and Otis. That are playing in the same league. I opted to play in the same league.
Yeah, that's a little travel time.
Yeah,
there.
that's a little travel. And then they have 6 teams out west, which I think Norton was the closest. But after that, it got to be Goodland, Colby. It got out their way. So I'm looking to play here.
Sure.
Get
They'd probably only face each other
We'll play each other twice.
twice,
Yeah.
so that's not terrible.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I remember we had 2 K-18 teams back then, and,
Yeah.
and we played each other. So it was fun.
Okay, what's the talent look like? Is it too early?
I loved the attitude of the kids Thursday. Sometimes when you get them for the first time, they think they know everything, and they're a little cocky sometimes. This group, I tell you, you teach them something, and you could see that they wanted to correct themselves.
Yeah.
And that I love that.
Yeah.
They're very coachable. So no, that attitude was great, and talent's going to be very good, I think.
Did everyone want to be a pitcher? I know in Little League, it always, when you drive your first team, everyone came out want to be a pitcher, and that's when you start.
No, you don't have that anymore.
You don't.
We're forcing everybody to be a pitcher. So see who has the talent, but you also pitching is a lot about the mindset. Okay, so Cole last night for the Astros struck out 16, and he said I'm in the right mindset and also good physically, but he spoke about the right mindset and that the pitchers have to be, like, I don't know if you remember Greg Maddux,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
non-emotional, didn't get too high, didn't get too low, and was, I think, pitching, as far as I'm concerned, is the most important position on the field next to your catcher. At this level, though, I mean, they don't study batters and stuff like that, like the major leaguers do. But I remember pitching at that level and remembering the pitch, what they swung at and what they didn't, what they hit
Yeah.
to the fence, and
Yeah.
you don't throw that pitch again.
Well, you have a baseball background. Let's say you did have in high school. So what you play? K-18?
I played K-team,
and
played American
American
Legion, and then went on to got a scholarship to go to Cloud County Community College under Jerry McCarty, and then went under Vern Hendricks to Fort Hays State and played 2 years there. So I had a blast. I wouldn't trade it for anything. The experience and the I'm still close with some of the guys that played it, and that's been 30-some years ago.
Do you ever have dreams of maybe someday playing at Fenway?
Oh, I'd love it, but my arm was shot though my junior year. I couldn't even.
Really?
Yeah, I blew it out against University of Colorado. Had a club sport back then, and I was pitching against them. I just transferred in from Cloud, so I was trying to make that starting rotation, and I stayed in there. I felt it go,
Really?
and then I stayed like 3 more batters. About the 3rd ball that hit off the wall, I said, I'm done.
The rotator cuff, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's still there. And back then we didn't do surgeries. So.
Great, you just what? Not do it? Not throw for a while? Is that what you did? Or
Yeah,
Did your arm ever come back?
No, I still feel it today.
Really?
And when I throw in softball or something, I mean, I hold my breath for a while and let it go back and relax and stuff. So it hurts.
So when's your season start then?
Well, the first game's May 31st, I think. So we've got 16 practices between now and then. So we got a busy schedule ahead of us.
I'm disappointed this year we didn't have KA teams. This wouldn't.
Or the American Legion,
I mean, American Legion now.
Yeah, we had 18 sign up originally, and then John asked them to come in and pick out a jersey number, and he knew something was up when only 8 showed up.
Yeah,
And I think, you have a lot of success at other sports, and there's a lot of demand during the summer that they're at that age where they got jobs and stuff. But I tell you what, though, I wish they would get back to the old days where they thought about it. We had 6 off our Legion team go play college ball. Okay, 5 or 6, and then Jeff, went. Well, he played a year at Garden, I think, and then went pro.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunity in baseball because you have a D3 all the way through. Every junior college has a baseball team, and you've got 20 people on that team. So there's an opportunity to get at least a half scholarship.
And it's amazing. I always thought it was amazing that you could get a scholarship from just playing. And how do they look at you? You'll play in the spring. School doesn't
Yeah.
have it, so it's just a summertime thing.
Yeah,
They
I got
kinda look at-
recruited late. I mean, I didn't sign up till I think it was July. It was like 2 games before the end of the season.
Really? See,
Yeah.
so they came and knew it.
McCarty knew, and Alan Dezine was already at Cloud, and I think he put in a good word for me.
Yeah.
So, Alan Dezine. We had Alan Dezine, Joe Semino from Logan
Yeah.
on Cloud,
Yeah.
and Dale Wildman came and played a year as well. So, I mean, we had a lot of local people.
Okay, well, good luck, and you can always see the lights. It was nice
Yeah.
seeing those lights the other night.
Yeah.
The baseball season.
Tomorrow night, Sundays and Thursdays will be busy out there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, now, we might throw in another. We had you on the tadpole a week or so ago. Did you have anything else that you want to ask him about the baseball?
I just know how hard it is to get 29 girls practice time in one gym.
Yeah.
Do you ever take advantage? I mean, do you ever use a couple fields or split practices? Or
We
mean, that's a lot to
we're
manage
running 6
sometimes.
stations,
Yep.
hitting stations, and we got Nate Blackburn's helping out, and Connor, who you just had on, he's helping, and then Austin Dill thinks he'll help out. His knee's bothering him a little bit. He's going over and playing in. He's playing over in Norton, I think. We got 2 kids that couldn't play Legion here going to Norton, and 2 of them going to Smith Center.
Okay.
So they didn't go all together. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we'll keep track of how the season's going and everything, and you and John stay friends.
Oh, we will.
Going on that-
We will. And I mean, I think when one's not playing, if we have a bye, we'll coach together.
Okay.
So it's not like
that makes sense. All right. Yeah. I just see both you out there disputing the decision, both out there at home plate, the umpire. See
one kicking dirt on the plate and the other one brushing it off. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Change hats here.
Okay.
Okay. Mayor Phillipsburg. How are the? Have you heard any report from Brenda on how the? It's just they just went out.
No,
We're
they just
talking
went
about
out.
the surveys.
And she was off Thursday and Friday with some. She took some time off on Thursday and Friday, so I didn't go by there. I think Lauren Davis stepped in there. She's working there when somebody needed relief. So I'm not sure. I didn't run by and ask them. I was over there, but I didn't ask them what the results were so far. But get them in as soon as you can. Here's your options. Fill those surveys out, and hopefully we'll have the right number. I think it's 1348 was the number we're shooting for. Or we'll end up having to raise rates and stuff like that. So it's critical that everybody fills out a survey so we can qualify for these grants. I mean,
it's what? 80,
and it's for
80,
and it's
80,
probably
80-20?
yeah, I think so,
Something like that.
something like that. But it's good for 2020, 2022 probably. So this will be good for every year until they do the census in 2020, and we probably won't have the results until 2021, 2022. So we'll be able to continue on under these numbers. So
This helps with the infrastructure of the city, doesn't it?
yeah, I mean we've got the Quans Reservoir issue that we're dealing with. We're going to. Councilman Mike James talked to Pat Roberts' office about that yesterday. About is there anything funds available from FEMA that we can look at? And they're going to talk to them at the bureau about what they can do possibly. But if not, we can't get anything there. I'm going to talk to Moran's field rep in Hayes next week, and if we can't get those funds, then CDBG grants will be utilized for that project. But that's not the only project that you can use them for.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other projects that we've got that we need. I don't know if you've seen our streets where they've done the patchwork. Looks like spider veins.
Yeah.
I mean, that shows you what our infrastructure is like on streets. I mean, we got a lot of cracks.
And the thing of it is, when you pay your bill, and I go use the window, or if you go in and pay it, take it with you. It's easy. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take you that long to fill it in. I filled mine in with when I got the bill. Take it, and it doesn't get out the information and all. It's important that you do this.
You won't be disclosing what you actually make. It's by family and it's ranges, so there's no way people, and we don't care about that. We care about getting the right amount of numbers that we need to be shooting
because
for.
it's money that's there and it can be shared, and said, well, our taxes are going up. That has nothing to do with taxes. It has nothing to do with taxes at all, does it?
No.
It's just it's a grant that comes down, and the city of Phillipsburg used it before,
Yes.
and it works out very well. And if the money's there,
Yep. I want to talk about one other survey.
Sure.
So we've got a housing survey from the Economic Development Advisory Board that we put together, and I'll be sending that out Monday. Okay. I've got to type it in tomorrow. It'll be in Monkey Survey, monkey.com, and there'll be a link to it, and we'll put it out on the city website as well as put it on publicclassmates.com. What we're looking for is those people that have houses or are renting today, what they would like. What can we give to a building contractor to give them some assurance that, hey, if I build a spec home, I could actually get rid of it. And then what are people looking for in homes? Okay, so they'll have some specific questions on what kind of square footage, what's affordability, and that kind of stuff. So I think it's very critical. In order to grow this city, we have to have some housing.
Sure.
That's the biggest complaint I get as mayor is there's no place to live. And so this will be geared towards those people who are looking to move up. It'll be looking for those people who are moving in, maybe a retiree like myself that wants to move to town. I had to wait 6 months in my brother's basement until I found a house, and he got a little bit tired of me being around, and we don't want to do that. You know? So, and then we'll also be looking at people that want to rent as well. So if we can justify an 8 to 12 unit complex being built, we'll go for it. But
Sure.
But it's all about feedback, like you said.
it's feedback.
We
got to understand what the
people.
need is,
That's right.
and nobody's ever done
Everybody's
something
quick
like
to criticize, but nobody wants to give their
exactly. So
their
that's
input.
why if we get this out there and get some information, we can actually go forward with it. And if we don't have enough there, then what they've been saying is not really
Right.
correct.
Sure.
So
Well, you got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's on all those grants. Well, anything else for the mayor? We just thank you. We
you
appreciate
bet.
you coming
You
on.
bet.
We hope
And we'll probably see
things
you.
go well with baseball.
Yeah.
We'll see
It
you.
will.
I have a feeling we'll see you once in a while. I want to ask you a couple of questions here in a minute. The program also brought to you by Phillips County Health Systems, Olive Boy Memorial Chapel, Stephen E. Russ, your State Farm agent, Sonic Drive-In. Like us on Facebook to see our Sonic deals, Phillipsburg Chamber and Main Street, where the roads are paved with opportunity. and Farmers and Ranchers Outlet and J&R Highback are making it possible for us to do this. Okay, what's this about the horse race today?
No. Well, it's Kentucky Derby Day,
Right,
Tad.
yeah.
It's a busy weekend. All sorts of good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, JB and I, we've always kind of shared that hobby
Sure.
/ passion, probably / not good hobby. But we oftentimes talk about we'll go up to Fauner Park at Grand Island.
Really?
Well, when we're not busy, which is very
Horse
rare in the
racing,
spring.
really? Okay,
But so we like to talk about it. Neither one of us are probably gonna make enough to lead the teaching profession, but
Yeah.
we do aspire to
Really?
hit the big
Well,
one
that's
from
great.
time
Okay,
to
that's-
time. So
That's neat. I'll share a personal thing. My granddaughter was in English. She went to Colby Community College on the team, on the not the quarter horse. It was on English style,
Sure.
where you
Yep.
jump and everything. And she went to nationals 2 times in Lexington, Kentucky, and she flew in to Kentucky, and getting off the plane, she was with her coach and some other girls who were going to the nationals, and there was a lady who had some luggage, and they helped her load the luggage in the car there, and at Churchill Downs, and the lady thanked them and asked her what they were doing, and said, well, she was the owner of Secretariat.
oh really?
And she had
wow.
a chance that was really
That's
a
pretty
special.
neat.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that she
Yep.
had a chance to help the lady, and she was very appreciative. And they talked about a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, and it's a personal invitation from to the girls that come over to the Kentucky Derby, but they had their own competition.
Yeah, yeah.
And they told her when their competition was, and she came over
Wow.
to Lexington and watched that. So it was
That's
a
pretty
special
incredible.
time. Yeah, it really is.
Well, they call it the fastest 2 minutes in sports, and
Yeah.
of course there'll be 4 hours worth of coverage. And to me, I think that's the most entertaining, is just hearing about those stories, and whether or not it's how the horse
Sure.
got started or the
Right, yeah,
owners,
yeah.
or it's
Who's-
it's a different kind of sport, but it's still interesting.
Who's
so.
the favorite?
Justify is the favorite.
Okay.
And, listening to a couple podcasts and things yesterday, last night on the internet, the favorite typically wins at the Kentucky
Yeah.
Derby. So we'll see. They're trying to kind of put this horse as maybe being a possible Triple Crown winner. So, and he's
wow.
trained by Bob Baffert, and so of course he's a pretty good trainer, successful there. So.
Secretariat was such a huge horse and everything, and I mean large.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
could
that's
do
kind of
everything.
what this one is, a little
Yeah,
bit bigger
yeah.
than the rest of them. So
And well,
it's a great movie. Have you seen?
yes,
yeah,
yeah, very
yeah.
good. And how
About
it
it.
all came
Mhm.
about,
Yep.
and how her father, yeah, it is, and that was about the lady that Devin did see.
Yeah, cool.
So
That's-
it was a. She
At least
remembers that.
something,
Yeah,
exactly.
remembers that. Okay, well,
Exactly.
how's MCL doing? Are you through with track now?
Nope. We have the league meet Tuesday
Okay.
at home. So
You got
that's
it here.
yeah,
All right.
and that's really nice. Our 8th graders promote Monday night, and so we always worry about them getting enough sleep the night
Sure.
before the track meet. And so I know we're looking to have some success on Tuesday, and we're happy to have it at home. And,
Sure. Okay.
Well, we always do a good job putting on a track meet. All of our
Oh, yeah,
adults and
yeah. We hear that
the
all
kids
the time.
that come out, and so it should be a good day weather-wise. I think they were talking about maybe some storms in the PM
Yeah.
a while ago, but
well.
hopefully it'll be a good day. So
Well,
that's
thank-
it. That's the last one for middle school.
Okay,
So
all
we're
right.
running out of days.
Yeah, right. Yeah, schools. When's the last day of school?
The kids' last day is Thursday, and the
Okay.
teachers have to go. We have some in-service and some checkout stuff to take care of on
All right,
Friday.
very
so.
good. Well, good luck Tuesday.
you. Yep.
And now, what coach are you? What?
I'm
youth
the throwers coach.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Well, very good. Again, good luck, and good luck later on this
Yes,
month.
it's about to get real, Tad. Real busy.
All right. Got the name yet?
No, we do
you have to
not.
change names, or had you?
We hadn't really decided, but of course, yeah, we had to switch.
The big change, I tell you, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
You depend on that, and all of a sudden, well, it changes.
Yeah,
you know.
we hadn't got as much done as we could have. So I guess we're fortunate there.
Of course, back when we had the boys, no, we didn't know.
out, yeah.
You couldn't find
Right,
out then.
right.
And everything. Well, thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
I appreciate it.
Great host.
All
there.
right, thank you,
great.
Tad.
I think they're waiting for you. over there.
I think we've hit our mark. Yes.
Okay. All right, that does it for another sports talk. Next Saturday, as we mentioned, we'll be talking about the Mid-Continent League, and we'll also be doing talking with Sean. Newland's going to come on, and some other things. So we invite you to join us. And then next Thursday, our tadpole also, and of course the program brought to you by the sponsors you see and the ones you talked about. So again, thanks for joining us this morning, and you have a good weekend. Congratulations to all the graduates in the area. We also might have, we asked Logan to come on this morning. They couldn't make it, so next Saturday the invitation's out to them, and we'll find out whether or not we can get anyone on from Logan to come on the Sports Talk next Saturday morning. So again, attend the graduation, and congratulations to all those who will walk across the stage tomorrow and get that diploma. A whole new life starts then for those young men and women. So we'll see you Thursday on the Tadpole, Saturday here.